Does this give sound? It's weird because it's showing that it's hooked up. Is it too quiet though? Hang on one sec. You guys can hear me a little bit, right? No? Still no? Okay. All right. Hang on just a second. I'm going to try and get the better microphone working. So I have to turn this one off. So it'll just be a second though. I don't have to like go anywhere, do anything crazy. Well, I guess I'm stuck with the one that's just not as good. Let's see. Maybe I can turn it up. Hang on. I don't know if I can or not. Wait, does that do it? How's that? Better? It's all good on Lori's end. Is that better? Oh my goodness. How are you guys? Yay! I don't know. It's hooked up. It says it's on. I don't know. How are you guys? Yes, Danielle said, "Hi Trish, I wasn't sure if you'd be here. I probably should have put something out. I literally considered it this morning and then I was like, well, we'll just do our best." Yay, it sounds normal because I switched it. Eileen said it sounds normal again. I don't really understand why I sometimes have trouble, but I upgraded to Windows 11, so I wonder if my old mic is struggling to work with Windows 11 maybe. We are fine. George said I solved my playing problem and made some okay sock. I think plying probably made some okay sock yarn. That's great. Hi, Marie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Lori. We haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Margarita. Hey, Jerry. How you doing? Eileen said, "How are you and John?" Trish. John and I are fine. Next weekend, we will be doing services out of town, so I will miss next Sunday. Want to make sure I tell you guys that, and I will put up an announcement. So, just want to make sure I say it. Well, I'll be on our way home, or we might like just be home at the right time. So, and you guys, Elizabeth got her first loom. Her loom found her, just like I always say. Terry, I'm sorry, Terry. Oh my goodness, you guys. Honestly, my brains today. Okay, I'm all right. Elizabeth said I'm sore from carrying an almost 200. Holy cow, 200 pounds? I could carry mine by myself. Hey Rico, Melody asked how I did with the socks. I qualified for the next round, and I'm super excited. But yeah, Alice said, I know it's been rough for you this week. You know, it's really more rough, you know, for John. I've kind of mentioned it before. There's like bigger family things. Of course, it's like everyone's family, right? Bigger family things to deal with when you are all working through something like this, and it's much worse for John. But thank you. Everything's okay. We're okay. Oh, Aaron's here. Hello. We haven't seen you in a while. Thanks, Alice. And hello, Nana and Tanya. Tanya, I felt so bad last week. Tanya showed up just as I was like clicking off, and I saw her say hello, and it was like click, and it was too late to say anything, and I felt bad. Hello, Saga. How are you? And Crystal. Thanks, Crystal. Crystal said, your brains can be as off as they want. It's okay. Thanks. Eileen said, congrats on Sock Madness. Thank you. I was gonna spin today because I'm still working on that yak silk stuff. I don't know if you guys even remember. It's been a while since I worked on it, and I'm just not going to, but um my wheel was making a little clacky noise. Again, my brain is not wanting to work today. It was making a little noise and I thought that would be annoying on the video. So, yes, Coastal Creative Housewares said I finally caught a live. Welcome. Hello, Sarah. All right, Spicy Fibers. I met my next Fiber Flock member yesterday. A white lamb, Wensleydale, and Tessel. He's so sweet. Can't wait till he's weaned and I get to bring him home. That'll be interesting. Hey, South Georgia, Lisa, we have kids in Atlanta today, this weekend. Okay, thanks, Tanya. Did you work this morning? Thanks, Connie. I did not dye this. This was deep dyed. Deep dyed yarns. So, oh, Carrie's darning. Look at you. You little homesteading goddess, you. Hello, Elsbeth. How are you? I know, I was really excited to see you guys. Hi, Shannon and RC. How are you guys? Oh. Lee, can you tell I cut it myself? I did cut it too. You know I did. I needed a trim. I was way overdue. And Louie got a haircut. He's asleep though. Hello, Terry. Oh, Margarita, Jerry had to leave because he's getting ready for a concert. He plays the saxophone in the Arlington Community Band. I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. Karen asked, how is Tessel wool? I don't remember. Thanks. Oh, Melody, thanks. I think I talked about it last week, didn't I? We got it Friday at like 7 a.m. my time. And I finished it I thought I finished it in 15 hours, but then it turned out I had messed up on reading the specs and the requirement things. So I had to rip both the toes back, add 5 rows, and then reknit the toes. So I was like, yes, I got it done, but then I didn't. Thanks, Elizabeth. It was just a trim. It wasn't anything major. And if I'm going to see people next weekend, I mean, the whole family. Carrie said, thank you. It's satisfying. Also, I'm cheap. It pays to be cheap. Connie, have you dyed silk before? Connie said, I plan on dyeing some silk tonight. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Actually, you guys can't tell. It's just, you can't really tell if it's good or not. But thanks. Karen said, I've cut my hair so many times, less stress for me, looks great. Thanks. I have been cutting it for like 10 years, so. I'm lucky because it does hide a lot of mistakes, if that makes sense. So, Eileen said, I finally finished my Imker, I don't know how to pronounce it, socks from the 52 Weeks of Sock book. Wow, Hampshire down, dyed with pomegranate. Is it dyed with the skins or with actual like juice, or what is it? What do you actually use? And a tiny bit of hand-spun gray Suffolk. That sounds awesome. Lori said, what is everyone working on today? I was trying to get to that and I got sidetracked. What is everyone working on today? Lori is spinning on her new electric eel wheel. That's awesome. Carrie, oh my goodness. You know what? I probably won't ever do a hair cutting tutorial, but I will share the one that taught me to do what I do if you want. If I can find it. It's like a ways back. Eileen said, Tessel is nice, very springy, sproingy. I love springy. Oh, wow. Jerry is a high school band director. I didn't know that. In high school, I was in choir. In middle school, I was in band. Go figure. Most people don't switch. Let's see. I've seen the Spicy Fiber says, I've seen the fiber from his sister. The Tessel lends some downy qualities to the it must be interesting. To the Wensleydale locks. It's beautiful, and I hope he matures to have similar fleece. Oh, okay. Connie said, no, I haven't. Any tips? She's going to dye some silk. I do think a drop of like dish soap in the water helps I think break the surface tension is what you want to do. So that's a tip. And also you don't want to get it like super hot because it can lose its luster. I don't know the temperature break on that. Crystal's back to knitting. That's great. Terry's working on pin weaving, hand spun. Terry, I'm going to do that this week. I'm so excited. I might even start today. Tanya's crocheting a wall hanging. I would love to see a picture of that, Tanya. Eileen said dyed with skins, dried skins. So does it get pink? What color does it get? Caitlin's working on pink fizz for the DRK knit along. Dyeing Tunis roving. I need to do some dyeing. Erin said I need to find something to crochet today. I am going to do a crochet 101. I saw, is that, wait, are you taking the class or are you actually teaching the class? You're teaching it. Hey, Deb. Deb said still combing my CVM that I posted about yesterday and spinning. I wanted to comment on that. I've done a lot of CVM. Yours looks really, really nice, Deb. I just didn't. Again, things are just getting away from me at this moment. Carrie said, yes, please. I need a haircut so badly and I don't want to leave the house. Okay. I promise you I will look for it. But bear in mind, you might have to remind me because I promised Deb that I would film how to move the liquor in on the brother and I forgot. Like it just totally went away. Julie said, lace shawl that is kicking my butt. I just inhaled some hair. Spicy. I'm getting my garden beds ready and already have my seeds started indoors. I've been starting mine in waves, my seeds, so that's fun. Coastal is drop spinning third yarn ever. Danielle's got a vanilla sock going. That's right, Erin, you do have it. I know you can do it. Elizabeth said I was in choir all the way through middle school to my bachelor's degree. Wow. I can't really sing, actually, but they had to take everybody, so. Nana said I'm sewing a scrub top for my daughter. Julie is still knitting a Musselburgh hat. I'm probably saying that wrong. Musselburgh? I don't know. From drum carded singles yarn. Wrist is getting mad. Oh no. I might need to pause knitting for a bit. You're welcome, Connie. Does anyone else have silk dyeing tips for Connie? Also, don't be like alarmed if it looks like a drowned rat because once it's dried and fluffed up, it'll look pretty again. So just, it does get crazy looking. Rico said spinning that chunky yarn roving. It feels like paper. That's interesting. Elspeth is spinning last skein for a hand woven scarf gift for your twin sister, for Matt twin sister. Is that yours? Oh my gosh. Karen said I have a Tunis ram and a Hampshire ewe. You lucky. I'm jealous. The wool on the lambs is great. Oh, sorry, I lost it. Get away from me. Tanya said you asked for it. I'll post it on Facebook when it's done. I want to see it, Tanya. Margarita's working on a cardigan that has pockets. Erin said I'm not teaching it. It's kind of crochet hangout at our public. Okay. That is going to be fun. They just started it. So I'm excited. Shannon's practicing on a tapestry loom. Is that a new kind of weaving for you, Shannon? I know you're like an expert weaver in the other ways. Deb said it was a very prime coated fleece from a lady in Wisconsin. No VM at all. So, oh gosh, I'm jealous. Okay, so I asked about the color from the pomegranate. She said I got a honey color, which was excellent as Imker means beekeeper. In German and Dutch, the socks have that is super cool. And Carrie said, don't worry, I'll remember every time I try to do something. Hey, a beer. I will definitely look for it, Carrie. And I'll tell you, I mean, I pretty much do what she does. I'll look for it, I promise. Let's see. Evie's working on her first sweater. Deb said I'm going to rename myself Delco Deb. There's two Debs and I get confused. I'm sorry, Deb. Yes, that is going to get confusing. I often wonder how the Lories don't get confused. Hello, Lori M. Margarita said I have no musical talent whatsoever. I'm the only one in my family that cannot play an instrument. My mom made us all take piano lessons. So I can I can play. It's not very good because I don't practice anymore, but I can. I can read music. Both my sisters can really sing, so I'm kind of the disappointment. which is fine. Lori said, I'm so excited to have a pound of Targhee coming from a mill. I've never tried Targhee and I've heard so much about it. You will love it. Deb L said, I have used Power Scour to break the surface tension on the water to get the silk wet. I would think that that would work just as well. Yeah. Sylvia, hello. Sylvia is, I was practically drove right past your town yesterday, not last night. Evie said, I bought some Teeswater yesterday. You guys are just buying the fleece. What's the best way to, it says to market on dyeing and spinning. I don't think that's what you mean. What does that mean? Best way to, I'm not sure. This is a personal opinion. I'm not that big of a fan of spinning Teeswater unless I'm adding locks to things. But that's just my own thing. Carrie said, I have 4 ounces. I'm going to dye when inspiration strikes. Woo, that's Targhee. Crystal said, the only thing I observed with dyeing silk hankies is the water can look and feel a little icky, and my colors came out softer than I intended. That's very interesting. Elspeth said, Targhee is a fave. I love it too. Eileen said, does Hampshire Tunis Cross work well for socks? Sounds interesting. I am interested too. I would think it would, but I don't really know. So I've never had the chance to try it. Sylvia said, slow start to spinning, but getting there. That's good. Look at you guys. Okay, Shannon said, yes, trying for the COE. I certainly need to practice. I don't know what the COE is. Do I? I don't think I do. Certified, what is it? Something O expert. Is that it? I don't know. What is it? I really do want to know now. Hello, Jerry. How are you? Oh my goodness. Abir, are you getting ready to come this way? I can't remember when you actually leave. Or come, I guess. It's not time yet, is it? May? June? Stacy said, still spinning Dr. Seuss roving. I got inspired by what Chris T did. So I did something with mine, but I haven't started to spin it yet. Carrie said, I made an album years ago, but don't write anymore. Now it's just shower singing. I have heard that you were quite the singer, Carrie. Or are quite the singer, I guess. I mean, it doesn't just go away. Oh, Connie. This is like the song of my people. Connie said, I can't decide which color to dye it. It's going to be spun into a crepe yarn. Oh, I saw your post. That is 2-part pink Polworth. Hello, hens and chicks from Michigan. Hello from Michigan from me. We have snow. A little bit. Maybe it's all melted now. I don't know. Connie, I saw what Rhonda said. She said black or white or a darker pink or like a bright green. I think a bright green would be super cool and really springy. It's just kind of like, how do you want it to feel? You know what I mean? I know. Crystal said it's spring. It's time to buy wool. I have been like restraining myself from fleeces because I have seen some super awesome ones lately, and right now I've just been stopping myself because I have 3 big unwashed fleeces out on my porch. I don't know, maybe I need to do something in a video. I don't know. Right now I just don't know what I'm doing. Jerry said, I just felted 3 purses from some older unused hand spun. They look fabulous. I love this because we all have some hand spun that we maybe aren't in love with. And I feel like felting is such a good use for it. Lori asked, what does everyone prefer to spin for socks? I have multiple favorites. I'm going to let you guys go for this. Hi, Harmony. How are you? It's another Lori from Canada. Our Canadian Loris are here today. Okay, certificate of excellence. Thank you. So it's not a certificate of some sort of expertise. That is so exciting, Shannon. Who do you get that from? Like, is it a Weaving Guild of America or something? Where does that come from? Hello, Gloria. Gloria said, hi, Trish, first time here. You got me knitting socks. First time after 50 years. That's awesome. It feels like I am knitting with a sea anemone. I totally get it. I have actually said that before. And I got asked yesterday, like, why do you have so many needles in that? I was like, I'm knitting in a circle. Elizabeth said, I haven't started the Dr. Seuss roving, but agree I love the blending she did. But, okay, sorry, I need to back up. Sorry, Gloria, welcome. You're welcome here. Thank you for coming. It's wonderful. And yes, Elizabeth, I got inspired. It's a little different, but I did get inspired by her. Crystal is still searching for some very tough wool for her husband's troll feet, her partner's troll feet. I don't actually know if you guys are like, you know. Karen said, I haven't made much with my Tunis Hampshire wool. I'll let you know what happens. I have pain issues, so I always keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, do let us know, Karen. We're always nosy about the sock thing. Elizabeth said we had a little bit of snow this morning as well. I am so done with snow. I didn't mind that much this morning because I didn't have to go anywhere, which, always makes a difference. And also, it's been melting, like we've been waking up to it, and then it melts during the day. So, I have some stuff I want to plant, though. I have some irises that need to go in the ground. So, Erin said, I've been seeing so many fleeces for sale. I know, Erin, it's driving me crazy. But where can I go with them? I don't have space. Danielle said, oops, no, sorry, Longwoods is in Manitoba. Never mind, Lori. Evie said, does anyone know, can you take knitting needles on an airplane? You can check, Evie, on their websites. They all have a space that'll say what you're allowed. Some of them, I think they're all allowing them now, but some of them are only allowing wood and no metal. I could be wrong. So if you go to your airline's website, they have their own rules. Tanya said, it's autumn here and time to be covered in fiber. Yay! That's the good part. Oh, okay. Okay. Spicy Fibers said, I'm considering overdying my Seuss fiber to change that yellow. I just cannot do yellow. I'm undecided on the overdye color though. The yellow was my barrier, and it is why I did what I did. You'll see, it'll be in a video. I don't think it'll be this Tuesday, but it's coming. Okay, so Shannon said yes through HGA. Okay. So exciting, Shannon, and I'm not surprised because I've seen your weaving and it's amazing. Oh, here we go. Excuse us. Gotta get comfy. Margarita said, anyone ever knit a soap holder scrubby? Do you recommend superwash or just regular wool? Oh, Tanya. My mom has crocheted them, but never out of wool. And I have seen them felted, but I haven't done that. So I don't know, but I'm sure somebody will. Tanya said, oh crap, was fixing what I wrote and pushed her button. Gloria said, thank you. Hoping my socks will fit. They will fit someone. That's the beauty. Crystal said, not married, LOL. Partner works, though. Sometimes it's the whole ball and chain. We need new words. Don't you think? New words? Because partner sounds kind of like, I don't know, businessy or something. I don't know. But I just don't want to assume. Do you really care, though? Some people just don't care. Connie said, I saw some merino for $10 a pound, but when I asked the shepherd how much VM it had, his response was, be prepared to work. I didn't buy it. I get it. That's the thing. They are getting more expensive, that's for sure. Sally's knitting roses. I love that. What are they for, Sally? Like a spring thing? Are they for a gift? Are they for your house? I need to know. I pinned a bunch of patterns and I've never actually tried to do it. Sarah said, it took me a half hour to scrape my car today. Oh, I'm sorry, from the snow and ice. That's a bummer. Oh, Lori said, no, I ordered from Custom Woolen Mills. I've heard from them a few times in the past. I've ordered from them a few times in the past. They're always listing different wools, so I just kept a close watch on what's new. That's so cool. Hi, Lori. Wow, you Canadians are so busy today. Welcome, Lori B. Wait, we have 3 Lori's from Canada here right now. That's amazing. I love it. Rico said, "Can you spin flax without retting and drying it first?" I don't think I would. I think retting is a pretty important step, but my flax experience is somewhat limited. Okay, yes. So Spicy said, "I fly and take my knitting all the time." I'm pretty sure they're all allowing it now. Okay, Hens and Chicks, I follow on Instagram. I follow many of you on Instagram. Said, "Yeah, I was not a fan of the yellow either in the Dr. Seuss fiber." I don't know what it is about that. I struggled with it, and it was telling me art yarn, and I was like, I don't think I'm even gonna like art yarn from this. I don't know, but then I saw Carrie spun hers, and it's gorgeous. So I don't. I have a block, I think, with certain like uber colorful stuff. Carrie said, "I think overdying might be tough since there are all the primary colors in there." I agree. You're gonna end up with either a brown or a gray, no matter what you do. Jerry said, "Hi, Lori. Welcome to the tribe. I'm from Pennsylvania." Crystal said, "Retting is the rotting process to release the fibers from the plant. If you already have the fibers, you." Oh, there you go. You don't have to ret. I was assuming that these were going to be off the plant. Is that not? Uh-oh. Wait, did my camera just freeze? No. It tried earlier. Lori B said, "I'm doing a mushroom with beading." How fun is that? A CDC conference. Wait, Spicy, you're Kimberly, right? When you change your names on me, I get so confused. She said, yes, you're Kimberly. "I'm actually attending a CDC conference in Cleveland mid-May. Plan to take a knitting project with me. Some of those seminars require I do something to help me stay focused." I believe it. Karen said, "Soap scrubby. I did that and used minimally processed. The wool felted down around soap. I loved it. Not reusable, though." Yeah, how would you get in there? It's funny. Also, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm starting to get slightly, just ever so slightly sniffly from allergies. I'm trying to control it. Hello, Ms. Beetle. Welcome. That's right. Lori said, "We will take over the world." The Canadian Lori is taking over the world. It would be probably a better world. I mean, I would vote for that. Danielle said, "Thank you for the tip, Lori B. I'll check them out. I'm in Ontario." Eileen said, "I hope you will show that on the Fiber Tribes Facebook page." Which thing are we talking about? Are we talking about that fiber, oh my god, my brain, the Dr. Seuss fiber? I am working on a video. I've been filming it. Oh, Lori, you can send me pictures. My email is fiberlovediary@gmail.com if you want to send pictures. Rico said, "I'm growing a tiny patch." Okay, so I'll have about one handful of flax stalks to deal with. I don't really know. I've never processed it from the beginning, but I think if you don't ret it, it will be like the retting process lets all the moisture out and also like softens it and kind of breaks it down part way, if that makes sense. I could be wrong, but that's kind of how I understand it. If that makes, I hope somebody can confirm, I'm sure. Hi Lori Murphy, how are you? Carrie said, "Thank you. I think spinning from the end would blend even more. I will post it right." It is so pretty, you guys. Her Dr. Seuss stuff. I feel like you transformed it in a magical way. Yeah, Crystal said, "Yeah, then you have to go through the whole process." Uh-oh. Yes, it's Kimberly. Oh, thank goodness. Phew. Mary, hi, how are the puppies? Mary said, "Howdy, howdy, howdy." Popped in to say hey, but watching on my TV. I've got paperwork and congratulation cards to fill out. Time is flying. Evie said the Wafa raw fiber is on today, and I've bought too much wool. Oh well. Well, you know what, Evie? We've all done that. Raise your hand if you've accidentally bought too much wool at some point. Because I know you're all going to be like, yes, Kay said, don't forget to thumbs up. If you don't mind, I appreciate it, although it isn't required. I love you guys, even if you can't thumbs up or don't thumbs up. It's all good. I knew it. Okay. Kimberly said, my daughter created a channel to document my fiber. No, I know. I knew that that was the reason. And I knew, it just took me a minute. Sometimes my brain reads the words, if that makes sense, without making I don't know what the word is, making the connection. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I know who that is. I don't know. Elspeth said, okay, back to work for me. Bye. It's nice to see you. It looks like there's a lot of hands. It happens a lot. Oh, yeah. There you go. Crystal said, is there such a thing as too much wool? I like it. Mary said, just say chunky, chunky, chunky. I say it all the time. There's no such thing as too much wool. There you go. We've all bought our fair share. Let's do it that way. That's okay, Elizabeth. Elizabeth said, I can't find my hand raised emoji, but yes, yeah. You know what, Carrie, did you just show that to me? I was thinking that you had actually posted it. I don't know. Kimberly said, is there a way to get my name back? I think the only way to do it is to use a separate account. I could be wrong. Lori said, my doctor told me I need a high fiber diet, so I make sure I have a lot of it. Oh, well, you know what? Good for you guys. You're all keeping the wool industry going, and I appreciate it. Mary said puppies are well fed, trying to keep them full to wean. Oh, wow, is it time already to wean them? Dang, that went fast, didn't it? Oh my goodness. Coastal said, I'm enjoying spinning so much I've talked my husband into alpacas. That's pretty good, because I have never talked John into sheep or anything. Luther's the only fiber grower he's ever said yes to, and he didn't know. What? Sylvia said, looking forward to starting the fleece madness. What is that? Is that a thing, or is that you're buying fleece because you just started spinning? Saga said yesterday got Rolex and top and yarn too. Wow. Definitely too much, but I did have my kids with me who are also into fiber. I mean, that's one thing about when extra people or more people in your family start to spin, like your stash grows, but it's okay. I mean, if only they'd buy their own, right? And then you could steal from their stash. Now we're talking. Rico said, can they breed some teacup alpacas? Wouldn't that be fun if we could get alpacas like the size of dogs? Karen said, too much wool, only if someone catches you. My mother does not understand. Oh, no. Connie said, I'm new to spinning, so I have a lot of catch up to do. Yes, and you know what? That's it, too. Like, I've been collecting fleeces forever. Forever. And I'm not going through them fast enough. So I just need to slow down. I need to slow down. And I have been doing a good job slowing down this year so far. I told you. Elizabeth said, Carrie, I just popped over and saw your post. That is amazing. It's amazing. Crystal said, I need to check up on the couple farms I found and harass the 4-H people. Oh, do you get 4-H fleeces? One of the ones out on my porch is a 10-pound 4-H merino fleece. And if you are from another country and you don't know what 4-H is, it's like an organization that teaches kids about different parts of husbandry and agriculture in like school age kids in the US. There's another one kind of like it called FFA, which is Future Farmers of America. I think they call it something else now, though, don't they? Anyways, sometimes those kids sell their fleeces too. They raise like an animal for a whole season. Mary said 6-week vet was this last Wednesday. 8 weeks coming on the 6th already. Time to get my swag bags done. Oh no. Yes. Okay. Ms. Beadle asked, is anyone thinking of Tour de Fleece or is it too early? I'm thinking about it at this point. Last year I did it concurrent with Sock Madness and it was a lot. But I think I will. Yes, Rico said careful they will spit. And he's speaking about the alpacas. So oh, yeah, Kimberly said can't keep up with the number of accounts I have already, so just remember I'm trying my best. You can remind me. I mean, I know who you are. I totally know who you are. And also, Kimberly, are things getting better? If you don't feel comfortable, just ignore that question. Totally just skip over it. Carrie said I visited my daughter at her new apartment. She has a stash now. I'm so proud. That is fun. So, some of you guys saw, that reminded me, some of you guys saw Ava's sweater in the last video. Some not, probably. Ava is our second son's dog. And they are going to open it, I guess, and film an unboxing and like a try on for me to put in a video. And I can't wait. But I'm dying to find out if it fits her. Oh, okay. So, yes, Sylvia said buying fleece to start spinning. But you are spinning now, Sylvia, right? Because you did do 1 or 2 lessons now and you're practicing. Karen said I take woolen spindles. I'm asking, not telling. I take woolen spindles to my local school, so I need different fibers. Oh, comment about mom. I'm 53. She's just judgmental. I'm sorry. That's really hard. Like, if you can't do what you want once you're 53, like when can you, right? Saga said I still have a Herdwick fleece from last year. I am curious, what are you going to use it for? Like what type of, garment or, oh gosh, holy cow. Eileen said if you had the time, space, and opportunity to buy and keep any 5 sheep, which sheep would you choose? Trish and everyone in the live. Holy cow. That is so hard. 5 only. Oh, Crystal said I'm thinking. She said I want a 4-inch fleece ideally for my first fleece because I'd be right where they are learning. It is still called FFA. Okay. I could have sworn someone told me. Rhonda. She's right. I'm thinking about the sheep. I would definitely want a CVM because I think they're so easy to process for how fine they are. I would definitely want a Rambouillet because they make a huge fleece and they're very fine and really nice. I would want a Suffolk. That's 3 already. This is hard. Okay, I only have 2 left. I'm thinking. Karen said FFA, very limited types of animals around me. Meat sheep, not wool. Meat goats, not dairy. No dairy cows. Prejudice. You know what, though, Karen? If you get involved, you might be able to help change that. Open their eyes. Connie said Shetland for sure. I agree. Crystal said some of those meat sheep are good to spin too, and a lot don't know it exactly. The alpacas only spit if they don't like you or like what you're doing. Like if you upset them, right? Okay, Carrie's done with the mending. I might want a Jacob, but they're kind of small. So I'm feeling like I need big sheep. Is that bad? I'm still thinking. What would my other ones be? There's so many that I like. Oh, yes, I would want a Corriedale, of course. Thank you, Deb. So that puts me down to only 1. I only get to pick 1 more sheep. This is like Sophie's Choice. Not really. That's not even a funny joke. Connie said, same here, Karen. I'm in a fiber desert. Where are you, Connie? I don't remember. Mary said, I ordered custom print I saw it. I saw your custom print canvas, and it's the cutest thing in the whole world, but I didn't know you could do that at Joann's. What? Hello, Lana. Long time no see. Sylvia said, yes, I have had one lesson. I thought so. Okay. And have been practicing. Okay. Hello, Shauna. Okay, so let me give you Deb's whole list. Deb L. She said it would be CVM, Corriedale, Alpaca, and a Merino, Corey Cross, and Shetland. Okay, Kimberly said overall things are getting better. We're talking about COVID. She said, at least what I'm seeing, but we thought the same last year at this time, and then we had Delta in summer followed by Omicron. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, Kimberly. And I understand what you're saying is not a guarantee that things will continue to improve. I totally hear what you're saying. But, fingers crossed. Sylvia said, are Shetland fleece good for beginning spinners? I think mostly yes, but Shetland has a huge variation in how fine they are, whether or not they are double coated. I mean, they are hugely different. So I would say, like, kind of generally, probably yes, but you would find some that that no. If that makes, I hope that makes sense. Hi, Susie. Susie said, we're harvesting honey today. I almost missed the live. I'm so jealous. I want bees. Hens said, valet. Yes, they are adorable. They are so cute. You just want to squeeze them. And yes, Elizabeth said, you like big sheep and you cannot lie. It's true. I spin a lot, usually. Lately not, but that's not true. I just feel right now like I can't focus. It's weird. You guys know. I know you know. Teresa said, yes, alpacas spit at each other when they are annoyed and you can get caught in the crossfire. They'll only spit at you if you're trying to snip their toenails. Honestly, Gus would spit at us if he could, when we try to cut his toenails. He gets quite upset. Now I have to get behind him and hug him. I just hug him gently and he won't go anywhere and he'll let John do his nails. It's really weird. Terry said Rambouillet and Merino mash them, and I'm thinking you mean Corriedale. Is Cordell? You tell me. Connie said they raise Jacobs here in Alabama, but only for meat. Oh my gosh, their fleece goes on the burn pile. Saga said, Viking Anglo-Saxon reenactor. I intend to spin and weave the fleece as they would have done in the 10th century. Drop spindle and warp-weighted loom. What are you going to use it for, though? Yes. Dan, you're right. Dan says pick lamb chop as your fifth. Rico said, alpaca, I don't like your vibe spits. That's how it works. Or if they're just like, oh, Cheviot, see, this is why 5 is really hard. What would you guys pick? Some of you said, but some of you did not say what you would pick. Edie said, what's the best type of fleece to spin for a sweater to wear against your skin? This is a very personal choice, Evie. For me, I would probably say Cormo. But I wouldn't mind Merino either. Karen said I had 2 llamas. I would only do them if they came to me already tame. Mine would be scary to strangers. I believe that. Llamas are bigger too. Oh, well, it's nice to see you, Lana. Have fun with your son having lunch. Crystal said, I just got my first loom. I'm so excited, but one thing I'm struggling with right now is what yarns to get for the different size heddles. Is there a chart somewhere? I'm sure that there is a chart. Have you looked on the Weevolution website? I would look there. Oh gosh, Karen said wool goes on the burn pile here to Oklahoma. I know. That's one of the things, Karen, like I talked about in that last video, the Q&A, that I feel like Oh, Susie, you are the sweetest. I will do that. I will actually do it. So if the amount of farmers who can't get, I don't know, they don't look at the wool as something that is worth doing anything with, kind of kills me in the US. And I wish I knew how to make that better and start solving, doing something with it. I don't know how to say it, but I don't know. Rico said, does flower tea help your allergies? Should it? I would love someone to tell me. Tell me. I need to hear all about it. I'll take anything that'll help. I started Zyrtec every day this week, so that will help, but I still have days where I just get like a little sniffly, it's, the pollen. Lori said my daughter went to Aggie school and they had a llama that guarded the sheep and it spit at, I mean, that's how it's guarding them. It spit at all the kids. That's what they do. Kimberly said, I asked a llama farmer once if his llama spit. He said only when they hear rap music. Crystal said, I don't think I've even spun 5 types of wool. I love it. Yeah, Julie said, if you studied functional MRI of folks in grief, you would totally give your brains a break. I know. I totally get that. And I know it's just like one of those things you have to like go through and whatever. It's just crazy stuff. It's crazy when you realize that you just can't focus at all. How is John focusing the way he is? I don't know. He's doing amazing. He did say the other day that it's definitely not up to his usual par, but okay, Crystal said I also just got my first alpaca fleece and I can't wait to get started processing that. Margarita said, Trish, I'd give you 10 to choose. What are your top 10? Okay, so we've already been through my top 5. If I had 10, I would take a Jacob for sure. I think I would probably take a Shropshire just because I think they are the cutest. I mean, they're the second cutest. And that still only gives me 3 more. I'm thinking. Caitlin asked, what is the staple length for Cormo? Is it more rustic or on the super soft side? It's very soft. It is I believe it's Corriedale Merino blend. Isn't that right? They're very soft and you can find them with like a 5 to 6 inch staple. I would say 4 around that is more common. 4 to 5 somewhere in there, but they're so nice. The blend is so nice. Cindy said, I'm trying to finish the gift on the plane. Oh, hold on. I lost it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Crystal said, those are the ones I have spun. I want more Corriedale. I love it. I've read that. Coastal said local raw honey helps with the allergies. I don't know anyone where I can get that. Eileen said I would want some colored wool. That's a good idea. Maybe Schwartbliss. That was wrong, I'm sure. Or Black Welsh Mountain and some fawn Shetland so I can make heathered yarns. Portland, I would want a Dorset down for sure. Thank you. So I'm down to 1 again. For socks and Hill Radner. Karen said sheepishly me had meat sheep, but she is having her wool spun to sell now and sells out very fast. It's having an open mind. Some people I think there's a lot of people who just don't realize that there's a market for it because you really have to have a little bit of knowledge in that area in order to get back a yarn that you like and that other people will like. You need to know a little bit. And that's a disconnect I see in the mill business too. They don't always know how to create a yarn that knitters or spinners or whatever weavers are going to want. It takes time to learn that. Connie said, my youngest granddaughter has bad allergies. Mine aren't really bad, but I just get a little, it's fine. We're fine. Rico said, in Arizona here, my elders would gather what was bothering them and boil it when pineapple marigold blossoms. Out here, it's a terrible weed for allergies, but tasty as a tea. Maybe I'll ask my mom to send me some. She's in Arizona. She's got a couple more weeks in Tucson, and then she'll be at her summer house. Hello, Marilyn. Marilyn feels that she's also in a fiber desert. Connie does as well. Oh, Jerry said I like Coopworth. I like a Coopworth lamb. They're a medium soft, 5 to 8 inch staple and 8 to 15 pounds. My friend raised them and I've spun and dyed lots of fiber. If you run across one, give it a try. I love them and I feel like they're a little shinier and I like that how they look. Margarita said, feels like I'm giving you virtual. It does. I feel like you're giving me like the option to pick 5 more, and I appreciate that. I still have one left. Deb said, yes, Cormo is Corriedale Merino Cross. So soft. They're so nice. They're a little harder to wash in my experience, but Corriedale can be hard to wash the same way just because they're so dense. Like getting all the soap and water to really carry everything away can be hard to get it like into the middle of those really dense slacks. We've talked about it. I know I've screwed up washing before. So hello, Sue. How are you? Karen said, I would like to buy castrated males from different endangered breeds. So then that's like a spinner's flock. That would help support those people, but buying wool also helps. It does. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Terry said, am I the only one that choose a Masham as one of the 5? They have a staple length. Have I spun Masham? I don't even think Masham was in the breed study, was it? I don't think I've tried it. Tanya said, oh no, I was supposed to be on a plane yesterday to Australia, but my travel partners got the virus, so nope, I'm staying home. I'm so sorry. Last time I heard, you guys were going through like a time period kind of, or a spike like we have been through already. I'm so sorry. Carrie said BFL. Oh, BFL. I need BFL. That's 10. Carrie said BFL, Corriedale, Rambouillet, Finn, Targhee. Targhee are big sheep too, aren't they? Marie said, I wonder if we as a group could intervene in saving fleece from the flames and work with mills to prep. I mean, that would be amazing. It takes money. Oh my goodness. Connie said she had to go to the ER yesterday. They put her on steroids. I hope she's all right. How old is she? Is she just a little kidlet? Or, not that it matters if she's older. That's still scary. Oh, stop. Dan said you can, I thought it was illegal. Dan said you can get raw local honey at Kroger. We don't have a Kroger. We don't have Kroger over here. Isn't that weird? I grew up with Kroger. Marilyn said I purchased endangered breeds to help. I've taken fleece to yarn. I love the process. Isn't it magical, Marilyn? It's so cool. Sally said I'm new to spinning and trying to learn about the wool world in Indiana. Okay, so Sally, you should hook up with Dion. She's in Indiana as well. Kimberly said, since I'm building my spinner flock now and my hubby is listening, I cannot limit to myself to 5 or even 10 breeds because he might get the impression there's a limit. It's Michael, right, Kimberly? Marilyn said Navajo churro. Nice. Oh, bye, Jerry. You have a great week. Good luck with your sewing project. Karen said, I love Masham. Are there any in the U.S.? I don't know. My guess is, okay, Julie said, what breeds are emoji sheep? I would say that ram is a Shetland, but I mean, you guys tell me. A white Shetland. The it's really too hard to see. I'd need more info. Connie said my first raw wool was a Cormo blend. I had to rewash it. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Connie. I almost always have to rewash it unless I wash it in teeny little batches. Yeah, Carrie said my friend gave me large bags of Navajo churro. I have no idea what to do with it. Shauna said if you had all those sheep, you'd end up with a lot of interesting crosses. Exactly. Wouldn't I? That'd be magical. And then you can eat that sounds bad, but you can eat the sheep that have fleeces that you don't want to spin over and over. Tanya said, yes, we're coming out of it. So good. Many mandates are being dropped. That's so good. Oh, she's only 5, Connie. Oh my goodness. Aaron, start one. Look at all the customers. I do not want to take care of sheep. I don't want to take care of any farm animal. I didn't, I feel like you need to grow up that way to have the right mindset to be able to do it. Kimberly said, I already have 2 Tunis. She's bred to CVM, reserved Wensleydale and Tessel, and reserved a chocolate CVM churro weather. That'll be interesting. Okay, Cindy, I'll try. You can usually find local honey at a farmer's market. We do have one in, like, it should open up next month, so I'll start looking. Except I'm not allowed to eat sugar right now. That's my other thing, but maybe I'll just do like a little every week. Lori said, I'm new to spinning. I've never tried processing fleece. I should try them all before I pick 5. You should. You should definitely. I mean, I can't. You have to. Yep, Karen said we can buy it from roadside stands. I don't know of one, a roadside stand, but I can go to the farmer's market. Caitlin said, I've been doing some research on sustainable living and have talked to the hubs about getting chickens, goats, and of course sheep. Might still try to convince him to get Angora rabbits. Eileen said, I will do a write-up with photos. That would be nice. On the washing with the, I don't know this method, with the potash method. I'm sure you will get those greasy locks clean really quick. Surprisingly easy. Chris T, are you on tonight? Did you try? I have not seen Chris yet. Crystal said raw honey is just honey that has been filtered through basically a nylon stocking to fish the bee bits out. Look for a local. We know people who keep bees, keep sheep. You know, you guys have got me thinking about the sheep. My son used to work for an electrician who, one of the owners has, like, all over the kind of area has hives. So maybe I should get in touch with him and just see if I can get some. Tyra said, my husband, for his allergies, was going in to get shots, but the doctor told him to take non-drowsy allergy pill and Allerflow nasal spray of a morning and regular allergy pill in the evening. It works. I cannot do any of the sprays that have, what do you call them? Steroids in them. They make me feel weird. But I can take Zyrtec at night, and that helps. Eileen said mash 'em. I think you say, oh, mass 'em. Madam, with a long S. Mass 'em. Thank you, Eileen. I appreciate that. She said, I'm wearing it right now. Tanya said, I've had a lot of alpaca given to me. Most of it spun and given away. Look at you. I would like to see that. Teresa said, I blogged about the farmer's mindset. I can send the link if you want. It can be a big adjustment. I was literally talking to my best friend about this recently because she felt a bunch of stuff. She's in the Facebook group, but she doesn't usually come to this. She has come once or twice. And she was kind of talking about buying sheep, but I feel like farmers lose animals, and often it's the babies that you lose, and I don't think that I can do that. And I feel like it is something that you either have to work really hard to develop or you grow up with it. And I don't like think it's a bad thing, but I feel like I don't have it, if that makes sense. And I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I have such a hard time with animals. If a little small animal outside our yard like loses its mama, I lose my mind. And poor John. That's all I have to say about that. Poor John. Karen said, I have Angora rabbits. I'm breeding Angus to vibrant colored breeds to great vibrant Angora. Just started. That's so cool. Bye, Saga. Aaron said, I would love to start one. I don't think that's in my budget at the moment, though. I can imagine how hard it is to start a farm. Connie said, my son-in-law loves critters. We are trying to talk my daughter. I think it's probably your daughter-in-law into letting get sheep. Julie, bless your heart. Julie said, I know you guys will all have advice for this. She said, I'm living with intense guilt over not yet washing a dozen fleece in my garage. I feel as if I need to skip the season. What's your advice about the guilt? Sorry, Karen. Bye, Elizabeth. Have a good week. We'll see you in Facebook groups. Enjoy your new loom. Terry said, I don't know if of any Massam in the States, but you can get it at the Woolery. I think that's what it should be. Kimberly said, in addition to my sheep, we have 56 chickens, 15 ducks, 4 Arabian horses, multiple barn cats, and a very spoiled miniature schnauzer. Hello, Michelle. Michelle said, hey, everybody, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I'm going to go start. I've been saying for a week, as soon as we're done today, I am going to go start my tomatoes and peppers. So exciting for me. Mary said, is it bad of me if I take my closet full of wash fleece to the mill to get made into roving? Mary, I have said this a million times, and I believe this to the core of my soul. If you have a certain part of the process that you do not enjoy, this is supposed to be fun. If you can afford to get someone to do it for you, I really advocate for that. And I mean that. I like all the process, so I do. But I think if you can afford it, and there's some part that you don't enjoy, there's a person you can pay to do it, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, Wu said, I have a family friend who keeps bees. He keeps trying to put them in everyone's garden. When you keep bees, apparently people just call you when they have bee problems, and now he's got too many hives. Yes, Karen said, I grew up raising animals. It's a different mindset. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to say that at all. I don't want anyone to think that. I think it's just, you have to have a certain way of getting past things, and you just look at things differently. It's a mindset, like you're saying, and I don't have it. Eileen said, I think if I had sheep, I would become vegetarian. I'm like you, Trish. I would struggle with little lambs dying. I don't know how you get past it. And you have to. You literally, I guess that's how you do. Tanya said, as a former farmer, it is upsetting, but you need to be practical and you learn to deal with it. I think that's good. We need farmers. Yes, Connie said, yes, I meant we were trying to talk my daughter into letting us get sheep. Oh gosh, we're not allowed to do that, Stacy. Stacy said some organic farms, not films, here in PA sell raw milk and raw honey. We're not allowed to sell raw milk in my state at all. No one is. Some people buy cow shares and get around it that way, but we're not allowed. Me too, Erin. Erin said exciting about the tomatoes and peppers. I have my lettuce going. I'm going to just grow some on the porch. And I have herb garden seeds going, and I did some flowers this year, so it'll be interesting. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? Rico said, second year I've had tomatillos magically appear in a pot. It really pays to make your own compost. So now that's volunteers, Rico. Melody said, I have to say, I do think this too, Melody. Thank you. It's less expensive to buy a fleece than raise a sheep, alpaca, or sheep. Wait, a sheep, alpaca, or sheep. Vet bills, medicine for parasites, food. I do think that. Oh, goats. Got it. Angora goats. Got it. I understand. Okay, Karen said 3 horses. Used to have 20. 4 sheep, 3 large dogs, 2 cats, chickens, rabbits, fantail pigeons. I love the noise of pigeons. I know not everybody does. Oh, Carrie, that's smart. Carrie said maybe have a wool washing party with spinners near you. I get it. Connie, don't worry about that. I do my best to translate. Michelle said, I have a question for all you knitters and crocheters. So far, I've only woven with my hand spun. Do I finish a crocheted piece the same way as woven? Teresa said, regarding mindset, it's extremely hard when you lose a little one. So hard. Yes, being practical and putting your animals first. I know. I just feel like I don't think I have I definitely don't have the mindset. Could I develop it? I imagine anyone could, right? If you need to, you do. Um, Kimberly said, tomatillos are so rewarding to grow, and my husband devours my salsa verde. I think I have tomatillo seeds this year. Crystal said, finish crochet like knitting. It kind of depends on the yarn. Because if you're using like an acrylic, you can't do the same thing as you can do with a wool, if that makes sense. Deb said, I did overbuy raw fleeces. During the beginning of the pandemic, I had 8 at one time. I did that a couple years back. I've eventually gotten through all the washing. I kind of look at it, Julie, like, why would you feel guilty? Like, that's an investment in your future. That, you know what's out in your garage right now with those fleeces? Hope. That's hope out in your garage. And fun. And when it gets really nice out, you'll wash a lot of fleece. How about that? Hopefully that helped. Lori said, I want to get a French Angora and spin from the rabbit. Okay. Deb sold some of them. Good for you. I don't think I've ever sold a fleece. Erin said, I hope to be posting some more gardening pictures soon. Still cleaning it up, planting, and getting seeds ready. Yeah, I need to get some topsoil in. So, and that's something that we got derailed this week. I was going to do it, and obviously other stuff happened. So, Tanya said, not allowed to sell raw milk here either unless you jump through a lot of hoops and get certified to do so. Yeah, it's state to state here, Tanya. So it just depends on where you live. It is changing in some states in the U.S. Lisa said, my husband said, I buy any fleece I want, way cheaper than raising the animals. Oh, we love that, Lisa's husband. Caitlin said, so those who buy full fleeces, any favorite places to buy? I'll be a brand new spinner by next month. Okay, come on. First of all, do not keep your sources a secret. I don't like that. I don't do it, and I've ruined my own supply. I'm not joking. I have a favorite place to buy CVMs. Julie has bought them from her too, but I'm not sure if she's selling them anymore. Maybe Julie can chime in for us. It's called Fiddle Knoll Farms, and it's way up in northern Michigan. And then I like Hubbard Handspun for Corriedales. They are gorgeous. I'm trying to think. For fins, I like Jim Merrifield. He's in our Facebook group. Those fins are really, really pretty. I'm trying to think, what else do I like? Let me think about it. Kimberly said, I'm part of a local spinning guild. We were planning a wash party this summer as well as a roving dye party. That sounds fun. Wool washing dye party with beverages using ingredients you also use for dye. Purely educational. That might get weird. Rita said, can't believe I missed the alert. Sorry, Rita. Every Sunday at 2, except next Sunday, because I'll be on my way home. Melody said, we don't have grass all year. Have 3 sheep, 5 Angora goats, 4 alpacas. Feed bill is $230 a month. Wow. Margarita asked, good question, what does a raw fleece cost? I know it depends on a lot of factors, but I'm asking ballpark. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, so ballpark, and I'm not joking, Margarita. I have paid anywhere from $3 a pound to a farmer who has maybe like a hobby farm and just wants to do something, and all the way up to probably about $25 a pound at the most. But I will not pay $25 a pound unless I know for sure that it is like remarkable fleece, because I just can't afford that, if that makes sense. That's right. Teresa said, love your perspective, Trish. Fleece is hope. It's hope for the future. Karen said, we have a farmer's market. Some people are like USDA. Some are selling canned goods that they just have more than they need. So they can just, do whatever. So they don't have to go through. Is there a limit? I probably don't even want to get into that, do I? Because I'm not going to can things to sell. at the farmer's market. Eileen said, I love the idea of a wool washing party. Makes me think I would also love a fiber swap club. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe send each other 2 to 4 ounces, 100 grams of a sheep breed that is hard to get in the area you live in. I cannot swap things because I make myself crazy trying to make the package perfect and stressing over it. But I love that idea. Connie said, oh, I love that, Trish. We need to put that on a pillow or something. It's true. There you go, Rico. Get out there and make some wool washing friends. Rico said, you people are making me question my extreme hermitage. Yep, Kimberly said, I'm on 250 acres, so my sheep are on grass only. Shearer called them obese last week. I think he offended Cinnamon. They're just fluffy. Oh, Rita is playing with 3-shaft weaving. This is a rigid heddle thing, right? Help me out. Oh, here we go. Deb L said for Corriedale, Marble Peaks, and is it Rupert's or Ruppert's? I don't know that. Bye, Julie. Nice to see you. I swear this summer I'm going to meet that Julie. Abir said, what about next Sunday? So I said at the beginning, but you probably weren't here yet. Next Saturday are like all the services and everything for John's mom. And so we'll be driving home on Sunday. So I'm going to miss next Sunday. That's it. It's just 1 week. Teresa said, alpaca fleeces around here go for $20 a pound, skirted but not washed. Well, alpaca too is a little different, and I will pay a little more for alpaca because you don't lose as much weight like in grease usually. It can be very dirty, but it's not greasy, if that makes sense. Lori Murphy said, I did raise chickens once for slaughter and had a friend help me slaughter them. We were very respectful and thanked them. It was a good experience. Yeah, it wouldn't. I grew up in an agricultural area, but not in farming. And there was tons of chickens. In fact, we're known for it there. And my high school mascot was a baby chick. That's true. Not very tough. And I worked when I was in high school on a chicken farm for one summer and gutted chickens. And I think that has a kind of a part to play in the feelings I feel about farms, if that makes sense. So, but Evie said, if you're not going to use a fleece right away, wash it and storage it or leave it as is. Are you asking or telling? You're asking. I like to wash if I can as quickly as I can and then store it. But that's me. Oh gosh. Okay, so Eileen said, I was dying with daffodils yesterday. Ours are about to bloom, so I'm getting kind of excited. Very poisonous. Did not even know that. Definitely avoiding drinking a daffodil cocktail. Also died with red onion peels. But not poisonous. Not a tasty drink either. Oh, Mr. Luther is sleepy. Rita said, as a fairly new spinner, I have paid $25 a pound. I'm sure lots of people have paid more. I'm just really cheap, honestly. Okay, so Rita said, yes, rigid heddle. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Margarita. I just want to tell you guys ahead, but I will post it on everything this week. It just seems like even if I post everywhere, there's always some people who miss it. So then I don't feel as urgent about posting. You know what I mean? Okay. First of all, Rico said I couldn't tell you what a daffodil is. Do you not have daffodils in Arizona? You're in Arizona, right, Rico? And Caitlin said, looks like Hubbard handspun. Has some U fleeces coming soon. Is there a major difference? Would it be good for a new spinner? I think it'd be great for a new spinner. They're not on the cheap end. They're kind of closer to the more expensive end, but they are, I can say, I've had at least 3, maybe 4 from them. I'm pretty sure they coat. There's almost no VM. They're beautiful. They really are. They're big though, so you might want to see if she'll split one. Um, okay, good questions. Abir said, how long can you store wash fleece? Indefinitely. As long as you don't get it wet, it should last a really, really long time just fine. I mean, it's not any different really from like a wool sweater. As long as there's no damage and there's no moisture for it to mold, it should last a really long time. And I have heard people say a pillowcase is better. I don't really know. I use bags. Mary said, I've never paid more than $15 a pound for any fleece, mohair, or alpaca, even some camel. I did buy some yak from a Minnesota farmer, $32 a pound, and filthy. Never again. Yeah, yak is more expensive. Marie said, haha, Karen, isn't there a song about that? Oh, I missed that. Karen said, I ate a very, very mean rooster. John has good rooster stories because his dad decided to raise chickens for a few years when he was a kid, like a teenager. He was mean. He said they put a pair of boots on like a, I don't know, 2x4 or something so they could set it in front of the swinging doors, and he would like attack the boots and then they would go into the chicken house. So it would come out freaking out and attacking them, and then they would walk in behind. Aaron said, I also grew up around agriculture here in Kansas, but I always lived in town cities. I love country life so much, but I honestly don't know if I could raise animals. I'd like to think so. I don't think you know till you try. I'm afraid to try. Evie said, I just found an alpaca farm by me. What is the average price for the fleece? I really don't think there's an average. I used to know someone who just raised them for breeding, and she sold me bags and bags and bags of Surrey fleece for $1 a pound. But that is unusual. So you really just have to contact them. Eileen said, you're a stronger woman than I am, Lori Murphy. I feel really conflicted as I could never kill a living animal, but I do eat meat, so I feel like a fraud. Gosh, I've thought those things. But I do think if I don't know. I could stop, or if I had to, I could do that part. I'm thankful that I don't have to. I'm very thankful. Sally said, this is a good question because I haven't done it, and some of you guys might be able to answer. So Sally said, is shave 'em to save 'em a good deal for a new spinner? I know some of you guys have participated, so I would love to hear if you think that's a good idea for a new spinner. Rico said, I see Purdy. I can point out sunflowers, tulips, and snapdragons. I love all those. I grew up in Holland, Michigan, so tulips are kind of a big thing there. Okay, Terry said, you can store alpaca dirty or clean forever. The only reason I really like to wash it first is because I feel a little safer about moths, but because I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, I'm not an expert, that moths are more attracted to the dirty stuff. Carrie said, Eileen, you're not a fraud. Being a vegetarian is tough. It's gotten easier here in the States. I don't know how it is in your area. Yeah, Eileen is in London. Yeah. And Carrie said, I don't feel like I have enough crafting time right now. I couldn't add farming. I think that's a little part of it. Like, we're sort of at that point in life where I want to be able to like travel and do things like that. And so if we get farm animals, it's a little bit more difficult, you know? Oh, thanks, Lori. Thank you. Um, no worries. I mean, I know not everybody knows what's going on, so it's okay. Karen said Surrey and Wakaya are very different to spin. Surrey is more like silk. Surrey is kind of weird. It's like hair. Wakaya is more like sheep wool. Agree. Bonnie said, I punted a rooster that attacked me when I was 16-ish. I believe that John did have to stun that same mean rooster. He's got a good story about it. Should we film it sometime? Put it in a video? Bonnie said he flew 8 feet across the coop and into the wall. He never attacked me again. The negative is that I had to do all the egg gathering after that. Good night, Abir. See you next week. I hope. Have a great week either way. Rita said, my dad showed me how to skin and gut a squirrel. I'm a country girl. See, I think it's a good skill. Teresa said, what a great conversation. I have to go to work now. Love y'all. See you another time. Bye, Teresa. We'll see you next time. Have a good week. So Rico said, I'm a Jack vegan. I don't know what that is. What is that? Obviously, I handle some animal fiber, have a pet, and have leather clothes. But I try to supplement my diet with food that I grew myself. I think the bar is too high these days. It's interesting because it does seem like you can't, there's no, not gray areas, but there's no in the middle. Yeah, Aaron said, Carrie, same. I'd rather take the making time. Yep, Rita said, I've loved spinning alpaca. I like it too. I really do. I really prefer to blend it because it's just so warm and then I get hot. But yes, Karen said, my mean rooster attacked my daughter. We walked around with a 2x4. There might have been something similar to a 2x4 in John's story, but he didn't kill the rooster or anything. Yeah, Carrie makes her own vegetarian rules. I think that's better. What if you have a different threshold than other people? It's okay. Michelle said, I worked at an egg farm one summer. Roosters are evil. Oh, Rico said, I love seeing roosters that look like they're wearing boots. Our neighbors have chickens. I don't know what the breed is. They've done meat chickens. They have egg chickens. And we hear their rooster crow, but I really don't ever see it. So, bye, Deb. Thanks for coming. Yes, and Kimberly said, we send our mean roosters to freezer camp. No tolerance for a mean roo. I've heard so many people say that the mean ones have to go to freezer camp. So many people. Melody said, I grew up in the city and have a small fiber farm. I think it's something that you can do. Oh, Melody, bless you for thinking that I could do it. Does it break your heart when stuff happens? I mean, do you even feel bad when, like, I fear that I would feel bad leaving them out in the really cold temperatures, which, by the way, I know they're made to do. It's me, not them, if that makes sense. Eileen said, I think in London, it wouldn't be hard to be vegetarian or vegan. I am a flexitarian, mostly vegetarian, and only eat meat if it is free range with high animal welfare, but I am not religious about it. I have not heard of flexitarian, but I do know somebody who follows kind of that rule. So she's never said that word, so that's interesting. Connie said, my mother was carrying out scraps in a cast iron skillet. When her rooster tried to attack her, she used that skillet like a bat. Then had chicken and dumplings that night. What can you do if your animal's attacking you? Oh, yeah. Carrie said my rules are nothing with a face or a mother. Oh, I didn't know that, Carrie. Yes, I did. I totally knew that. We talked about the tofurkey. I totally knew that. Tanya said roosters wear boots because they have talons in the feet for fighting. Yeah, they're like, what do they call those? There's a word for that. Spurs. Bye, Kay. Thanks for coming. Have a great week. Eileen said that might have worked for me. I'm too far gone now, though. Melody said, but having an animal farm means not much travel. I think that's it. You need to feed them 2 or 3 times a day, 7 days a week, every month. Exactly. So interesting. I didn't know we had so many vegetarians, but I get it. Rico said, I abstain from eating flesh and fluids of animals. I choose to for health issues. Couldn't love it more. Much else is just a political opinion. Doesn't actually change well, I mean, you got to do how you feel, right? Nancy said, I have a nasty too named Lola. He was a showgirl. If only you knew how happy that makes me, Nancy. Attacks me daily. I have to go out with a cane to push him away. He's alive because he has taken on Hawk and Fisher Cat. Whoa. Okay, and Tanya said yes, Spurs. I love that song, Nancy. That's the thing. I like to dance in my slippers to that song, and I literally sing it to myself, tunelessly. Harmony said, bye. Have a great week. Have a great 2 weeks. I didn't think about that. I'll still be in other places. Erin said I don't eat a lot of meat, mostly white meats. Red and processed meats make me sick. Oh. Karen said last year my ewe was attacked by Mom's dog right in front of her. I sewed her up and babied her for months. She lost the use of one leg, but is happy. Yes, I get attached. Yeah, a lot of you guys know this, but like 2 summers ago, I was actually outside filming in my backyard, and our neighbor's dog on one side attacked a goat on the other side, and he lost his leg. They had a vet come and amputate his leg like in their garage, and he had to go and have more of it amputated later because it got infected. It was this long, like, only happens in the country thing. But they have one of their kids next door is on the spectrum, and he is super attached to the goats, and they just really wanted to keep their goat, especially that goat. So they really wanted to keep him because, so his name is Bert. Bert is doing very well now, but he is missing a leg. Karen said that about, they babied the life out of him. He lived in the house. Kimberly said my current 2 roosters are very friendly and guard their girls. How do you make them friendly? Is that they're just that way? Tanya says home kill is the best. Interesting. Mary, you're in Kansas, right? Mary said I grew up on a beef farm. Part of farming is loss. It never gets easier, but it's part of nature. We do the best by our animals while they are here, no matter their purpose. See, that's the mindset that I'm talking about. Eileen said, good for you. I would miss my chicken soup, though. I buy chicken carcass from the butchers and tell myself that at least I'm making sure everything is used and nothing goes to waste. I don't know, Stacy. Such a good question. Stacy said, are moths attracted to live sheep? Another thing that I don't know. I've wondered about that myself. It doesn't make sense, right? Carrie said, Eileen, here we have a brand in stores that has no chicken soup. I didn't even know that. Margarita said, by any chance did they use Dr. Pol? Wait a minute. For what? For a farm? Lori said I bought a bunch of Surrey alpaca blended with merino at a fiber festival, and it was so soft. It's sort of weirdly like silk. She said I just finished spinning the last of it and blended some mohair so I can weave with it. Nice. Minnesota. Okay. Thank you. Did you live in Kansas for a while? I feel like we had this conversation. about you living in like the bachelor capital of the world or the country or something. Is that not right? Wu said our bantam rooster used to try to fight the postman every morning. That poor postman couldn't stand the Red Sox. Yes, a Melody said some breeds of... Oh, I didn't know that. Some breeds of chicken have nicer roosters. Is that true? And Rita said Dr. Pohl is a TV vet. So I'm sure John will correct me if I get this wrong. But our second son went to school thinking he was going to be a vet, and I think he got to work with Dr. Pohl. He did not end up becoming a vet. I'm waiting to have John correct me. Here he comes. I can hear him. Karen said some chicken breeds are better than others. I have some No, he said that is correct. Aaron, who was our second oldest son, in Michigan. He was at Central Michigan University, and he did like interning type work with Dr. Pohl. Isn't that cool? So cool. And he said that he is like awesome. So, and yes, he has a TV show. He was not on the TV show, but he should have been because he's adorable. Lori said, I used to work at a grain store, and one of my coworkers said the roosters go into the set it and forget it. I know what that is, Lori. Oh, Michelle Kinney said, Christine Kelly on YouTube does a U University, has videos on any topic you can think of, including moths. I guess I should look her up because I have wondered about that before. Oh, shoot, you guys, I gotta go. Oh, Margarita, thanks. Margarita said, your son knowing Dr. Pohl makes you so much cooler. Wait, if you guys knew my son, you would just... He's going to be in that video, so you will know him after that. He's the best. Bye, Tanya. I'm going to go too. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here today. I'm sorry about next week. You know, got to do it. And yes, Karen, I just read what you put. We've heard about that. He actually works as a zookeeper at the Detroit Zoo. So he still gets to work with animals every day, and he gets to work with really awesome, all different animals every day. So that's really cool. And he loves it. He's been there forever. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a great, 2 weeks, but you'll see me in between. So, yep. Wash a lot of fleece. Buy a lot of fleece, spin a lot of fleece, do all the things. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I love you.